is just after 10 a.m. in New York City. This is Yahoo Finance Live. I'm Julie Hyman. Brad Smith is off today, and we're about 30 minutes into the trading day. So let's take a look at how stocks are moving at this moment. We've got stocks sort of looking for traction here. The S&P 500 up about 0.5% after a 3-week slump. Investors are anticipating big results this week from NVIDIA, as well as some insight from the Fed in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, where it's holding its annual conference. Let's take a look at some individual movers as well. Shares of Tupperware are jumping today some 23.5% after an SEC filing shows that Federated Hermes bought about 200,000 shares of the company's stock in the most recent quarter, bringing its holdings up to over 360,000 shares. That's about 0.8% of the company. The firm's stake in Tupperware is now worth about $915,000. Tupperware has been sort of meme-ified as of late. It's frequently on our trending ticker list and has been quite actively traded. Also, shares of Kenvue, that's Johnson & Johnson's newly spun-off consumer health unit. They're on the move today on news that the parent company's offer to its shareholders to exchange their shares of J&J common stock for shares of Kenvue was oversubscribed, meaning there was a lot of demand for it. 23.8% of the shares will be exchanged with those J&J shares. J&J is going to retain about a 9.5% stake in the newly separated business. And we're also watching shares of Earthstone Energy. That stock is popping after announcing that Permian Resources is buying it in an all-stock deal valued at about $4.5 billion, including debt. The transaction expected to close by the end of the year with the goal of strengthening Permian Resources as a leading Delaware Basin independent producer. It produces about 300,000 barrels of oil per day. Permian Resources stock, in contrast, was down on this news.